Are you glamorizing her?
She was glamorous, he said. You've worn her dress. What kind of woman wears a dress like that? She fucking blew my mind, Charlotte. She was gorgeous and well-traveled. She'd hung out with famous rock bands. She was utterly fearless. I'd never met a woman who would walk alone downtown in cities I wouldn't even dare be caught dead in after dark. When I found out she was a witch, it made more sense. But that didn't change what I thought about her. You know that your grandpa told me she was too good for me?
No. I smacked my hand on the table. I never knew any of this, but it's stupid. You're a cool guy. You were a roadie for Angry Shirt. I laughed a little, teasing him. He laughed at that.
I've never really talked about her much, I know. I was protecting you from the truth, and now it's just habit, but I glamorized her a little, yeah. I loved her more. It was love at first sight, if something like that exists.
Aw. You met her at a 9 Inch Nails concert, right?
Yeah, but she was there for the Jesus and Mary chain. They were the opening act, I guess. I drove down for the concert, and I don't remember any of it, because I got to talking to her out front beforehand, and I was just stupid over her. She had a faint English accent, and she had this sort of French beatnik style going on. She always looked good, your mom. She was the kid of rock stars, so.
He shrugged.
I could just tell she was somebody. But it was also February, and she was shivering.
Did you offer her a coat?
Oh, yeah. Oldest trick in the book.
He raised his brows.
She had to stick close to me so she could give it back later.
It's weird, I said. I have such a hard time imagining her as glamorous. I'm not glamorous.
You could be,
he said.
If she'd been around to show you that stuff.
He waved a hand.
That's my fault. Sometimes I'd think about buying you a makeup kit or her favorite perfume for Christmas. But then I thought, am I sending you a bad message? You're not her. I just got you video games instead.
Poor Dad. He was so cute. I could just imagine him wandering into the wilds of the makeup and perfume shops at the mall, picking up stuff and putting it down. I liked that, in the end. He didn't try to fill her shoes. When did she tell you she was a witch? And how?
She was really into this hippie stuff, he said. That's what I thought at first. Yoga and crystals. Stuff no one I knew was into back then. Not in the South, anyway. She was superstitious. She talked to birds and plants when we were out. I could tell she was feeling me out to see if I thought anything she said was strange. Actually, I sensed right away that there was something that really bothered her. She was in some kind of pain. For one thing, she was just traveling around, not in school. She seemed lost. She told me her family had just moved to Australia, and she wouldn't say much more about them. It felt to me like she was looking for this place that didn't exist.
He frowned.
But she didn't tell me about magic until I said I wanted to have a kid.
When was that?
Just before we got married.
Oh. I didn't expect that. They dated for 6 years before they got married. They were young when they met, and Dad was broke, and I knew my grandparents were a little weird about it. So long?
Well, I know how it is now. It's not that hard a secret to keep. She rarely used magic. She let the whole magical world slip away from her. But when she got pregnant, she knew her child would have a familiar. She had to tell me. I still remember her hand shaking and her voice shaking. It came pouring out of her. The magic, the family feuding, how she had 4 dads and they were all werewolves. I thought she took some bad drugs at first.
I was quiet. I could imagine how hard it was. Mom must have felt so alone, I thought. I couldn't blame Dad for thinking she was on something, but for her to bury all that for 6 years...